Well, look on the bright side. At least we only have one more game in the state of Florida. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone. Is your debris cat making too much noise all the time?
I haven't really prepared for this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. The Blackhawks have just completed their 31st game of their 56-game shortened schedule. And, well, once again, in the month of March and in the state of Florida, they lose. This time to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Final score, 4-2. Now, some of you might be questioning after the last couple of videos, Clay, why do you seem to hate the state of Florida so much? You know what? You're right. I do rag on the state quite a bit. Maybe it's a little too much. Maybe. I will admit that. But I will not apologize. I will not apologize for the truth. Because this is Florida we're talking about. If it wasn't for the Kennedy Space Center and the golf courses and the little Tesla coil inside Amalie Arena, I wouldn't have anything good to say about the state. What about the beaches? There are better beaches out there. What about Universal Studios and Disney World? Well, those places do nothing for me. Look, Florida is a state that gets battered by hurricanes year after year after year after year. It's a frickin' swampland with the water table like 10 feet underground. It's filled with frickin' dinosaurs. The humidity sucks. The state bird is the mosquito, and the state animal is essentially Florida man. None of that is appealing to me. But the worst part about the state is the fact that the Hawks can't win there. I have no reason to like the state. In my opinion, Bugs Bunny had it right all those years ago.
There, that does it. South America, take it away.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy that the Hawks only have one more game in the state of Florida. Although, if the Hawks do find a way to somehow make the playoffs, which would most likely be as the 4th seed, they would most likely have to go back down to that wretched state to play either the Panthers or the Tampa Bay Lightning. One of the two best teams in the division, one of the two best teams in the league. So yeah, I'm kind of on board with selling at the deadline now. But enough about that, let's talk about this game. Kevin Lankin in net for the Blackhawks. Dylan Strome back in the lineup after missing about a month due to a concussion. Great to see him back. Vasilevsky in net for the Lightning. He's on a 9-game winning streak, so yeah, that's not ideal to go up against. But the Hawks get an early power play, and even though the power play has not been very good at all in the past recent games, they convert here. 2 minutes into the game, Kubalik gets it down to Janmark, who's all alone at the right-hand post, and he tips in past Vasilevsky, and the Hawks take an early 1-0 lead. We've seen this before, unfortunately. I thought the Blackhawks played pretty well in that first period, at least the first half of that first period. Then the Tampa Bay Lightning kind of pushed back there, and it all started with Alex Killorn because, of course, it started with Alex Killorn. About 13 minutes in, Blackhawks kind of get hemmed into their own zone. Killorn with the puck below the goal line does a little wraparound. Lankinen's there, but not there enough. The puck hits his stick and ramps back into the goal. Yeah, that's a super soft goal to give up. To tie this game up, it's going to be one of those games. Tampa Bay would get a power play late in the first period, about 3 minutes left to go, and you guessed it, they would convert on it. Yanni Gourde takes the puck into the offensive zone up the middle, tries to pass it off to his right, but it gets blocked, and it comes right back to him. Kind of a broken play. He decides to just throw the puck at the net, weak backhand, and somehow it squeaks by Lankinen's 5-hole. Yeah, it's going to be one of those games. So despite the Hawks playing pretty well in the first period, they are down by a goal due to giving up 2 really soft goals, and that's super frustrating. But you know what's not frustrating? Converting on power plays. Blackhawks get another power play before the end of the period, and even though it didn't look great, it only takes one. And Dylan Strome was the one. He stuffs it in past Vasilevsky, a goal in his first game back in a month. Welcome back, Strome. Welcome back. This game is 2-2 going to the second. Both teams were pretty even in that second period, although I would argue that the Hawks had the better of the chances. They had a couple odd man rushes that, you wish they would have done better on. Puck was bouncing all night. The ice didn't seem all that great. It was affecting both teams, don't get me wrong. But the Blackhawks, their passes were just a little bit off tonight. And so you add kind of a bouncing puck to that equation, and it doesn't really help out all that much. Hagel had a glorious opportunity to score once again, but Vasilevsky is a stretchy boy. And somehow the Hawks just cannot find the back of the net in that second period. And so this game goes into the third, still tied at 2. The Blackhawks would press early in that third period, looking to find a way to beat Andrei Vasilevsky, trying to prevent him from winning his 10th straight game. But they would get just a little bit too aggressive, and the Tampa Bay Lightning would counterattack. They would get a breakaway, and they would beat Lankinen on said breakaway. And it wasn't, one of their really talented guys. It wasn't, Victor Hedman or Steven Stamkos or Braden Point or Alex Killorn or Tyler Johnson or any of their ridiculously loaded, talented players. No, it was a rookie. It was Ross Colton, who doesn't even have a headshot on NHL.com. He's scoring the game-winning goal on the 4th line. Are you kidding me? Tampa Bay takes a 3-2 lead, and they basically shut it down from there. They are ridiculously tough to come back from in the third. Their sticks are really good. They separate you from the puck. They take away passing lanes. They block shots. It's tough. And Hedman, for good measure, would score an empty net goal to make it 4-2. Final score, Hawks lose. That's frustrating because the Hawks, I thought, played pretty decently in this game. They scored 2 power play goals. Special teams was good enough to get a good result in this one. The 2 soft goals to give up really hurt. But, if you take this performance, this effort, and you average it over 10 games, I would say they get into overtime the majority of those games. And that's really all we're trying to hope for in this tough stretch of hockey that the Hawks are playing. Just find ways to get in overtime, find ways to get at least a point. But wasn't meant to be. 3rd straight regulation loss. That's no bueno, and the Columbus Blue Jackets won tonight, so they're only 2 points back now. Good news is the Red Wings beat the Dallas Stars in regulation tonight, so that helps a little bit. But overall, Hawks got to find a way to get some points here. Who knows? Maybe that starts on Saturday. Maybe they can find a way to get some points. Maybe they can leave Florida on a good note. I mean, anytime you leave Florida, that's a pretty good note. But I'm saying, leave with 2 points in your checked luggage. That would be pretty nice. With that said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.